Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day. Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day.
Hi.
Hi. I have a problem. I can't get something to work on my phone.
What is it, Mom?
It won't do it.
Oh! Son of a gun! I'm telling you to! Go ahead. Go ahead, Mom.
And it won't go the way I want it to do.
What? All right, that's enough. That is enough. I told the two of you before we got here. We're not doing this today. I knew I shouldn't have picked
Who
it
are you
up.
talking to?
The kids. I picked them up earlier, Mom. That's what took so long. I won't take you. I've got... look at me right now. You look at me. That's right. Zip it. Where are you going, Mom? Mom.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not putting up with any fucking shit today. Either that, get out and walk home. fucking go.
You see them, right?
No, there ain't a fucking person back there.
Why'd you get out for?
Just to...
You're the best.
Let's go.
My mom would have backhanded me. The last thing you would have seen is whap, the camera flying all over the damn place.
I saw that the other day. And
So
was
what
laughing I saw that the other day, and I was laughing so hard I could not breathe.
My question is,
their
after they
videos.
jerked her seatbelt back the second time, why did she not just take the seatbelt off
Yeah, where's the wooden spoon?
so they couldn't do it again?
Yeah, that.
Some people's imaginary friends are a little bit louder than other people.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now for free.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
sometimes they make you have to, write, thousands upon thousands of pages for people to try to consume. Hey, Zach, I sent you a link on your Facebook page.
Yeah, I knew Joe would get a good kick out of that, and timing was just perfect to pull Rich in.
Well, I saw you added me to the stream before the intro ended. I'm like, oh, he's going to get me to do the opening again. So I was all ready. I made sure I took a drink. I was ready to go.
Speaking of which,
He just wanted to see what we would react to that.
that's that button. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stupid O'Clock's Thursday night show.
Yeah. I gotta pull a screen grab, guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
Uh,
Here we go again.
yeah, yep. I got a smack on the hand
For what?
Again?
again.
How many years old was this one for?
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Sooner or later, they're going to start punishing you for stuff you thought in the womb.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, I got to get over here to this and add it into here.
Pretty soon, we're going to end up in Facebook jail just for being accomplices.
Yeah, probably.
Guilty by association, yeah.
Okay, but he's
Conspiracy to
law-abiding,
commit bad jokes.
Wait a minute. If we all go to Facebook jail at the same time for the same thing, does that make us a prison gang?
Yep.
Well, I am wearing orange, so...
Okay.
Joe Dog's Heroes.
We
Get
have
a
got
tattoo
it.
of a little M right next to our eye.
We've got another strike. There it is. Following as applied to the Warner video contains 35 seconds of content they own. The song, it was Trust by Prince. Look at the date. Look at the freaking date. Right under my name.
2020?
April 16, 2020.
Were we even broadcasting then?
Yeah. That was our fourth freaking show.
One
Well,
day
they've
I'm
been
going to have
back
to have a long talk with those people.
I remember that because we were talking about Jack Nicholson playing the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was, we showed the, and what we, and
We
what that
showed the
was-
bat dance clip, didn't we?
No, it was the clip of them doing the parade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that was the Prince song that was playing during that clip.
Yeah.
Who do you trust? Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Yeah. Hello. That's a new name and
Amanita.
That's a type of mushroom.
You just made
Amanita
that up.
phaloids. That is a Amanita muscara is the mushroom. I don't know what phaloids are, but it sounds chemical to me.
Okay, but yeah. But yeah, we just got a copyright strike for something 3 freaking years ago.
Amanita phalloides, which they spelled it wrong, by the way, is the death cap mushroom.
Oh, okay.
So, is a deadly poisonous,
Yep.
something I can't pronounce, fungus.
That must be one of Zach's people.
Well, then we have a fungus among us.
Yes.
Let's hope so. Otherwise, the Russian bots are getting smart. Not sure I could take an educated Russian bot.
Oh, no kidding.
The one on Bing is really scary, but
It's kind of fun. You know how I've been putting all the Ukrainian stuff up on my webpage, for those of you who follow my Facebook page. I've been getting a lot of Russian propagandists trying to post stuff on my page.
Do you shut them down?
No, I love those guys. Because every time they put something on my page, all my professional military friends
Yeah.
jump on them like cheap meat. Okay, that's just. It's like $1
Like
steak.
fat kids on a cupcake.
It's ridiculous. There was one, and it's kind of funny. I posted it. Somebody's talking about the Kirov class battle cruiser and all the advanced technology that's on it.
is that
And
the
I
one
said-
that sank?
No. It's the one that's still floating, I think.
The only one that's still floating.
And it's a nuclear-powered battle cruiser. That's interesting thing about it. But, they were touting all the electronics that were on it, stuff like that. And I said, wait a minute. That thing was built in the late 70s. And I know for a fact the Russians didn't put any money whatsoever into the North Sea's fleet. Okay. And everything that you've touted as being the best in the world is literally 40 to 50-year-old technology. And here's what's funny. Lewis Lee, who was in the military back in the 70s, okay, and was a radar man, jumped in with technical specs.
Oh, I
And,
bet you people can buy smartwatches with better electronics in them now.
it was like I was sitting there keeping the guy's attention, and Lewis walked up behind him and pistol whipped him on the back of the head. And
Gilligan!
that was hilarious. That was just made my day.
Oh, Lord.
Lewis jumped in there, and he knew the bandwidths, and it just all this sort of just like, dude, the U.S. Navy hasn't used that type of radar since 1950, and just he says they were phasing that out when I was in basic.
Of course, the guy's probably going, hey,
No,
oh.
no, it was one of these Russian bot propagandists. They were just reading off a page and typing it into everybody's news feed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But he probably looked back at it and went, who is this guy? Who is this guy and who is that other guy?
One guy that likes to blow up things and another guy that likes working radar on a boat.
And then here's what's funny: were all the other people that were apparently following along the same post that didn't know what we were talking about, but they were laughing their asses off because they realized we just shot the guy down like the Red Baron, and
Curses, Snoopy, I'll get you yet.
curses, foiled again.
Made in the late 70s. You should have asked the Russian bot if the seats had beaded polyester for covers or sequins on it.
Hey, I like that.
No,
They
hadn't even gotten to Naugahyde yet. I mean,
Well, maybe they had Dacron then. I don't,
only if they bought it from England.
There's this one thing about submarines.
Mastodon hide.
there's this one thing about submarines I've always wondered about, and it's just something that's common amongst every nation's submarines that I've ever seen. They have two types of wall coverings: stainless steel, or this old wood grain formica. Looks like they pulled it off the side of an old station wagon.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hang on a minute.
It's basically peel and stick wallpaper. Yeah. I think the first three stereos I had in the 70s were covered in this stuff. Oh Lord.
Wonder if they got an emblem on.
No.
Wonder if they got an emblem on the side that said Vista Cruiser.
Yeah, that's just, it's almost exactly. Hey, I used to drive one of those. Hang on a minute. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I can't get any bigger than this. All right.
Let me ask you a question about the Vista Cruiser. Are you the one that sold it to John Stutz or Mike Vaughn?
My mom traded it in to a car dealership that was right there on Access Road, right next to Access Drugs. I cannot remember the name of the car dealership.
Oh, Penny Motors.
Penny Motors. That's one.
Yeah.
And we traded it in on a 4-door 67 Ford Fairlane.
Damn.
I'll tell you something real funny about Bill Woodward. When I was working at the Exxon station there, he would always come in and he'd only get $2 worth of gas, to put in the cars.
Yeah.
$2 at a time, $2 here, $2 there. I said, Bill, why don't you fill the car up? He goes, I don't want to sell a car with a full tank of gas. I said, Bill, how much does that tank of gas cost you over what you're charging for the car? Oh, no. I said, I'll make you a deal. Fill this one up. If you don't sell it in a week, I'll give you your money back. 2 days later, he came in with a different car and says, fill it up. He started selling full cars at that point.
Okay. The Navy's newest submarine is the Virginia class fast attack sub. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
These are the sleeping compartments for the Virginia class, or one of them. Okay. That's that wood grain formica stuff I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I bet that's not peel and stick. That's probably real paneling.
No, it's some sort of linoleum type stuff.
Oh, really?
Look at the floor. Look at the floor down there, and you can also see. Let me see if I can get a better picture.
Well, floor looks like
Formica
access hatches.
Yeah, that's that linoleum stuff they put on the panels. And it's funny. See the sink at the end of the corridor?
Uh-huh.
See all the valves you see on there on the side?
Uh-huh.
That's the toilet.
Oh.
I also see the bucket under the sink to catch the leaks.
Is
Actually,
it to catch? Is it to
probably a
catch?
model.
that looks a lot.
Or is it just because they needed a place to put the mop bucket? And
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's for cleaning the toilet, and the shower. The shower and the toilet's probably in the same room.
That looks a lot like my brother's old 1973 Ford camper van. On the front of it, does it have the curtains that you can pull around the front to keep the sunlight out? Or
No, but I believe they have curtains around all the bunks. But
if the van was a 73, I'm surprised it didn't have shag carpet interior rather than
and a wizard painted on the side.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
a Ralph Bakshi was.
No, it was.
I always remember seeing
it was actually a camper van and not a custom.
Everybody talks about wizards. I always saw the damn unicorns.
Yeah, but
I always saw
Somebody
the
hit you on
Harley
the head
driver
way too
or
many
rider.
times when you were growing up.
All the custom vans I saw were typically GMC vans or Dodge Vanduras, like the A-Team van. And the one that I saw the most looked like a Hell's Angel hippie riding a chopper, and then you saw the sunset in the background. He was like riding through the desert. That was always the artwork on the side of the van. Then, of course, you had the diamond or heart-shaped windows
Or
in the back.
There was heart-shaped.
Yeah, star-shaped,
star-shaped, teardrop, and round. The round portal.
I always ended up seeing the white vans that had free candy with the K spray painted on the side of it.
Dun 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 dun.
Hey, bring that back up.
explains
Bring
so
that
much.
back up a minute, John.
Now you
That
tell me.
explains so much.
I just think
I
I
ain't
found
flying anywhere, sucker.
I think I just found the perfect
Ooh.
paint job for the HallowCon van.
Darn it.
I do not know if this is going to end well.
It's Joe Doug. No, it's not.
Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button.
Yeah, but could you imagine a Penske van painted in the
Yes. Yes, I could.
in that?
Yes. But
That
you'd
would
have
look
to-
cool.
You'd have to get the rims painted red.
Hey, can of spray paint and it's done.
Yeah, really.
And you'll have to get you're going to have to get a mohawk haircut.
I pity the fool who doesn't drive this van.
That would. What is that? Gun metallic gray?
Looks like it. Gunmetal gray up top.
Yeah, or a charcoal color, maybe.
No, it's darker. It's lighter than charcoal. Charcoal will be a lot darker than that.
Yeah,
I noticed I got my fog lights on top.
They got 8 fog lights on that thing. They got 4 top and 4 on the front bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
2 on the bar and 2 down in the valance.
Yeah, these are yellow fog lights. Those are white. Those are yellow. Those are white. So.
yep.
And I said Dodge Vandura. Actually, GMC had the Vandura because that's what that is. It's was it 82, 83, something like that.
From the grill, it looked like that was a GMC.
That was a GMC.
Yeah, it is. It is. Mm-hmm.
Now imagine the chaos that would have erupted if AMC had had a van instead of a Pacer. More like a pacemaker. Of course, the company could have used a pacemaker at one time, sure. Oh.
I've been watching some of the old reruns of the A-Team on MeTV. They had been at the end of the series, the last season, that Robert Vaughn was a regular in there. And needless to say, it was lacking. I'm glad that they're back into the first and second season again.
Oh. Now imagine if DeLorean had made a van as well as the sports car. That would be epic. Kind of useless, but epic.
Oh. Okay. Yes, the 18
I'm now
van was
imagining a DeLorean van
1983.
time machine.
It was a 1983 GMC Vandura.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
I knew it was something around that. And then, Faceman, he had the Corvette convertible too. Up until I think the last couple of seasons. White with the red pinstripe on it. Yep, you watched. Well, I won't say you watched that whole show for the van, but a good portion of it. Dukes of Hazzard, you watched all that for the General Lee,
I beg
which
your
was a
pardon. I
'69
was watching
Charger.
Catherine Bach.
You watched that one for Daisy Duke.
Yeah, where's my rose garden?
Speaking of Catherine Bach, I watched
Yeah, Daisy had the Jeep.
Cannonball Run 2 today.
Had the what, John? Rich?
So I watched Cannonball Run 2 today.
Ah,
Oh.
Lots of great cars.
Oh yes.
now which one starts out with the Lamborghini that
Adrian
had the wash
Barbeau-
away paints?
Adrian Barbeau.
That
and,
was two? Okay.
well, she was in the first one too, wasn't she? With the Lamborghini.
I believe so.
And I'm trying to think of the other woman who rode with her in that.
Wasn't it Farrah?
Just as
No,
good looking,
Sarah was
but
in
the name
ambulance
escapes me.
With Burt Reynolds and Don DeLuise.
In the van, that's right.
Fair was the patient,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the doctor.
And
was
Jackie
the-
Lamb.
Yeah. Jackie Lamb. Let me see here.
Wasn't Foster Brooks even in one of those?
With the eyeball.
Yes. Dr. Nicholas Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I wonder if all the Van Helsing kids.
Susan
Somebody
Anton was
crossed
the other one with
the
Catherine Bach.
streams badly there.
No, there were a lot of jokes like that.
Now, I just wonder.
I've seen
I just wonder if people from the Van Helsing family are required to be doctors.
Wouldn't you?
Either that or monster killers.
The other girl in the Lamborghini was Tara Buckman.
And where is she today?
Oh, good question. Let's see here.
Yeah,
And
really.
there goes John to find us the answer.
Well, I'm already there, actually. I'm just.
Where was she back then, other than that movie?
You probably don't want to know, Bill.
She's only been in. She's more of a stunt woman. She's only been in 3 movies: Cannonball Run, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and The Night Killer.
Okay.
She's been in a lot of TV shows, though.
But this is as an actress, not a stunt woman.
Both, actually. She did a lot in T.J. Hooker, Days of Our Lives, Freddy's Nightmare.
Hey, okay.
Evidently big
Highway
in
to
the
Heaven.
horror flicks.
Yeah, Tales of the Unexpected.
Hey, a paycheck is a paycheck.
Well, that, and if you can work in something you really... Oh, Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, Quincy M.E., Barnaby Jones, Death Car on the Freeway, Heart to Heart, Family, Hooper. Apparently she did a lot of stuff with Burt Reynolds. She must have had the same company.
The same agent.
Apparently
Yeah.
they changed them between Cannonball Runs because, Cannonball Run 2, Susan Anton was Jill. Terry Buckman was Jill in the first one.
And then, that's what I was just going to look up was Cannonball Run 2. Where is it? Maybe they'll show it Why have they got Cannonball? Boy, I'll tell you what, though. Adrienne Barbeau sure likes showing off her boobs.
And you object for what reason?
I do not object. I just say she sure likes it.
Oh, I heard a ping. Somebody else is here.
Which is
Could
why
it be
John
Zach?
Carpenter married her.
It's Kiri.
It's
Is he
Gary.
sober?
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hello,
he's
hello.
sober. He's sober and not smoking any more cigars.
Nope.
Probably not ever again.
I used to smoke a lot of cheap cigars.
And you're getting your color back.
Well,
You
the
didn't
bad
look good
news.
in green.
Well, that's the good news. The bad news is I've got allergies.
Ah,
Carl. You naughty boy.
You okay? You do it.
yes, please.
Hmm. Probably 3026. Oh, Carl, that's a threat right there. You know they just
Okay.
got sick. Now you're
I
gonna
wish I could remember the
Mhm.
name of it. I went to Disney World and went to downtown Disney. And this was back when they had a cigar shop in downtown Disney. And we were asking the guy, because we were at Disney World, we didn't want a stinky, smelly cigar while we were walking around downtown Disney. We asked the guy, what's something that's really smooth smoking, doesn't smell real bad, really smooth taste? So he gave us a couple of these cigars. Well, we bought a couple of these cigars. It's Disney; they don't give away anything. So I'm surprised they don't have pay meters on the water fountains. Anyway, he gave us a couple
You
of these
do. You
cigars,
just didn't notice the charge.
and they were some of the smoothest smoke. I don't know who the kid was that was running the place, but he knew what the heck he was talking about. Those were some of the smoothest smoking cigars I've ever had in my life, and I wish I'd remembered the name to them.
No, I think it was the whiskey that did it for me.
I cannot hear you, Kiri. Hang on a second. I'm gonna. Where's Kiri? Oh, wrong
Nope.
button.
Amplify
always-
yourself.
That's what I'm working on.
He's always soft spoken.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we like him.
All right, try it now, Kiri.
Hello.
Don't lean into the mic. Just sit back and go, hey, how you doing? Okay. We can turn up the volumes a little bit here on the stupid clock control page.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Much better. I got you up about 160% right now.
Yeah, I tried it like twice. I would say last weekend was the second time. First time I think was HallowCon.
The first time you did what?
Tried the whiskey.
Oh,
All
It
right.
was just one taste of it.
I will
Here's
bring
a
in really
safety precaution. If you're there on Sunday night, don't hang around with me and Chris.
I will bring a very smooth bottle of whiskey with me to HallowCon.
Oh,
Kiri, I'll make sure
Carl-
that Carl will provide you with some backwoods smokes and some muscatel. You'll be just fine.
yeah. Carl, bourbon's what got him in trouble.
Ooh.
mm-hmm.
See, Chattanooga's so good, we got our own whiskey named after us.
I thought it was
Nice.
more of a cautionary tale.
So
Of course,
I
we
was
also
watching,
have a train named after us, and we don't have a passenger service anymore. So go.
Matt Mitchell's Bless Your Rank. And he was ranking bourbons. He was so lit by the end.
Oh yeah.
He was so lit. But apparently he prefers Bullet over anything else.
He prefers what?
A bourbon called Bullet.
Bullock.
Okay.
Balls.
I
That's
don't care
what I
what your
thought he
opinion
said.
of it is. That's the name of it. Um, not much of a bourbon fan myself, but Wild Turkey does make one without,
Ah,
you know, uh,
Tom
Rubbing
Bullets.
alcohol.
well, no,
Uh,
it's just not really stout. I mean, it's a
no,
mild.
bullet, like what fires out of a gun.
Hmm.
I just after that one event that I ran into Joe Dog at, there was this
Oh, apparently it's
hotel lobby
slightly
part,
different.
and we had this one guy that looked like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. He had like a bottle of vodka, and he offered me some. I was already drinking something already, so I'm like, nah, I don't want to get drunk or anything like that. Turns out this dude was like getting so hammered that not only was he starting to slump, but by the time he was like walking to the bathroom, he was already vomiting a lot. He dropped the vodka bottle at the hotel lobby. Me and my roommate, who was hosting the party, ended up having to clean it up and just keep people from walking on it. And dude, that guy was vomiting so loud I think it got a couple of people kicked out of the hotel, and he ended up having to get wheeled out of the hotel,
Which hotel was this?
the Marriott.
See, that's why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, really.
Probably no security working the hallways of the hotel.
Yeah, we had one security guy, and he was knocking on all the doors for every noise complaint he got. And
Was it hotel security or was it convention security?
hotel security?
Oh,
Was
that-
like,
you're supposed. A good convention will have a security staff that their job is to act as a liaison between the convention and the hotel, so that you don't have. The hotel should never hear about your security problems unless there's an ambulance involved, ambulance or police,
Yeah.
and you're trying to avoid that at all costs.
yeah.
Oh,
And if your security team's any good, even the con director doesn't know what's happened until after the show.
When he reads the reports,
Yeah.
if
And
your
he's like,
if your
"What
security team is real good, nobody ever finds out. Ah. But their bank account goes up just a little bit. Let's just keep this between you and me, okay? Here's a tip. No, there was one convention I went to, and actually, I do not remember which convention it was. But Lindsay and I pulled up to start unloading the van, and a young lady walks out of the front door, and I'm going, I've just been driving for I don't know how many hours, and I'm looking over there and I'm going, that skirt, that blouse, that makeup. This is a professional working girl. And the next three people that walked out were men in suits. So I'm going, okay, they had a business convention. That explains the working girl. Not that I am putting her down. Everybody got a right to earn a living however they choose. And some people actually enjoy the work and are really good at it and whatnot. And I'm just going, I'm so glad Lindsay didn't see her because I want to stay married. Oh my God. Yes, Richie. It would have been one of those things when you'd have been trying to drive the car in the parking garage before anybody ever unloaded the luggage. Mm-hmm. And like I
Damn.
said, I don't remember what convention it was. It could have been one in Atlanta. It could have been one in Chattanooga. I don't know. Have we got another Russian bot?
We can't do anything.
There we
Kiri,
go.
are you on?
Yeah.
Are you one of my mods on Twitch?
Yeah.
Go take care of that problem.
I already did.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
You see what Carl put up there?
no, definitely the anatomy was far different from what Mr. Pica totes around. This girl was actually good looking.
Oh damn!
Hey, wait a minute.
No,
Wait
seriously,
a minute.
she was high price. I mean,
hey, Kiri,
obviously.
when we get bots like that from Twitch, we're gaining some ground.
Oh yeah.
So who wants to help me with the 48-hour marathon on Twitch?
Oh.
I'll be back next week.
I'm doing
Where are you
300
doing
hours on Twitch.
I don't even have a
next month.
Twitch account. Seriously. Oh, maybe I should get one.
You totally
And-
should, Dan.
Well, I mean, I don't know what it's for. Explain it to me, Lucy.
Mostly gaming, but we do have people who do chatting streams. You could probably do Last Man Standing on Twitch as well.
A lot of nerd
Like
culture.
Joe Dog is doing right now
Yeah.
with Stupid O'Clock. Yeah, I could see
Some
that.
live play, tabletop gaming, some just talking about various tabletop games themselves without actually going in to play the game. Kiri does some try hack me stuff there, so there's also some security type stuff that's done out there. You know, all flavors of nerd culture, and of course, you know you've got your random bimbos that are flashing their wares, trying to video porn it, basically, without getting too pornographic,
I can see that on Facebook.
It's like the poor man's OnlyFans.
I just get pyrographic on there.
Carrie, I hate to say this, if you're going to start talking a little faster, because I thought you were about to run Dan completely away from Twitch.
Uh-oh.
You said gaming real slow and made it
No. Rich was talking about tabletop gaming. I'm going, oh wow, I could watch a ping pong tournament.
Rich caught on to what I said.
Joe is saying that the way Kiri was saying it, it sounded like, Flash's nemesis was fabulous.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with that. Just because I
So,
ain't
Kiri,
fabulous don't mean I'm going to be irritated at somebody that is.
So, Kiri, I could raise or host a rousing game of Monopoly on Twitch.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
If you could
I
figure out how
think
to,
they actually
how
have
to
it like
play a
that.
rousing game of Monopoly, yeah.
I mean, there's people playing Dungeons and Dragons on the platform.
Depends on
There's
how they
people
pay
playing
their
board
rent.
games. So, yeah, Monopoly definitely. Oh, God. That reminds me of a really awkward meme.
Yes.
Richie, will you stop broadcasting? I can't stop hearing your thoughts.
It's got one person unbuttoning their blouse. I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent.
Now
And
the
some
dog's
other
bitching about him.
No, Misty just got home.
Misty
And
just
then-
got home.
Someone's dropping their zipper, and then it shoots to the rest of the people around the Monopoly table going,
Yeah, this didn't go in the way we planned.
Yeah, really. Glad I own Park Place.
I can just imagine all the Monopoly fights people will be having on
Oh
stream.
Lord.
Oh, hey, if the board isn't
Oh,
thrown
God.
halfway across the room or the table flipped, it wasn't a good game.
You know, I used to be really good at Monopoly
You know-
until somebody told me I wasn't allowed to use the bank's money as if it were mine.
with the way people love drama and fighting and stuff like that, a Monopoly channel would probably draw
Celebrity
major
Monopoly.
bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, Celebrity
That'll
Monopoly.
be the next reality show.
Starring
I'm going to be the
Pamela
race
Anderson.
car, or I'm taking my game and going home.
Well, you heard about the new one, hadn't you? About the new little token, the cat. Yeah, it always wants to climb into the hat. It's always walking around marking different game pieces.
Pushing everybody else's pieces off the board.
Yeah.
And no matter where you want it to go, it goes someplace else. Oh dear.
So, Kiri, well, while you're here, because you said you might not be on because you're not feeling well, my wife was cackling up a storm the other day in the other room, so I had to pop my head out to find out what the hell she was laughing about. So it was just a short video that had just some really bad puns, and here's one I think you would really, really enjoy. Where do pirates get their hooks?
Where?
The secondhand store.
Got him.
Got Kiri to face palm. With that, I'll be back in a moment. I got to dish up Misty's dinner and spend a little bit of time with her since she just got home from work. I'll be back in about 10 or so.
All right.
Thank you for the warning.
Take
How
it
many
time.
how many Microsoft technicians does it take to change a light bulb?
How many Microsoft what?
How many Microsoft technicians does it take to change a light bulb?
Oh Lord.
None. They keep
None.
calling
They change the
maintenance.
standard to dark.
Oh,
They
Not
do
a-
what?
They change the standard to dark.
dark mode. Yes.
What I have a feeling you were gonna say Zero.
Too many jokes. Not enough
This is a
time.
book we need to introduce Kiri to.
Oh my God! Yes. Yes, that is a fantastic book, and the sequel is equally as good. But you got to be a little bit more into the
Convention scene.
Well, no, the basically being a sci-fi fan scene, because it's not necessarily convention. It goes deeper into the mythos of different writers and whatnot, and the history of classic sci-fi and things like that. But Bimbos of the Death Sun that's a classic murder mystery set at a science fiction convention, and it is so much fun.
And here's what's funny. It was put out by the people that worked at TSR Games, the people that put out Dungeons and Dragons. And what was her? Sharon. What was her name?
Sharon McCrum.
McCrum.
Yep. Usually she writes historical, Appalachian-based, either murder mysteries or ghost stories or things like that. And she is very good. She is a top-notch writer. Anything she writes is worth reading, whether or not it's in your particular genre that you are interested in or not. She's that good. And she's
I
on my
believe she
Facebook.
was at WinterCon. It was a gaming convention over at the U of I down on campus. They had every year. I think it was called WinterCon. Anyway, she was the guest there one year during the mid to late 80s. My friend was big into gaming, or he said he was big into gaming. I think he was just big into collecting all the pewter dragon figures and such,
Hey,
wizards.
everybody
and that.
gets into it for a different reason. Now, one disclaimer: I don't normally recommend a writer that enthusiastically unless I really enjoy their work. Hello, Don. But Sharon McCrum, whether it's the two books that are with the same main characters as Bimbos of the Death Sun, or if it's her Appalachian Mysteries or whatever she writes, it's worth reading. There was one, The Rose Casket. That thing, it's historical. It's not exactly a mystery, but kind of. But it read like it was just some of the best poetry, and I mean prose poetry, I've ever encountered. I'm going, if I could write half as well as this woman, believe me, I would be, my name would be up in lights somewhere, because I do not understand why somebody has not made movies out of her Appalachian books. I really don't. Those are just made to be filmed. People would love them. So, okay, enough from me. Let's go on with the show before Joe Dog puts a goodnight everybody in there.
Yeah.
You not pushing to read authors' books? I am shocked.
I don't wax that poetic about someone I do not know.
I'm sort of proud of myself. I read a book the other day.
Facebook doesn't count.
No, but my clock on the stove don't flash anymore.
It was so dark. There were so many. I couldn't see anything, officer. I don't know who hit him.
Let me see here. Since Zach didn't come on the show, I guess I got to provide the rocket news. Russia launched their rescue ship to the space station after their other two ships leaked horribly. Did I say that out loud?
Did they at least coat this one with silicone caulk so it doesn't leak?
It should arrive at the lab on Sunday.
Oh.
What, it's going to take a week to get there?
That's only 3 days.
It's Russian.
3 days? Well, they have been known to have one at the station within an hour and a half of launch.
Yep. Apparently they don't have that option right now.
They're probably just
they're on the layover.
It's an empty ship. So basically they're just sending an empty Soyuz module up.
Yeah. Empty crew module.
That way, when this one springs a leak, nobody's inside to get hurt.
Oh.
These are the people that want to conquer the world. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm hearing at the by the end of the year we're supposed to have another cargo module going up to a new cargo module going up to the space station.
Why? Explain new cargo module.
Dream Chaser.
So what? Oh, Dream Chaser. Yeah, Dream Chaser's supposed to go up in what, April or March?
Oh, okay.
Or May.
Well, it all depends on when the first Vulcan flight goes.
It's Dream Chaser. They'll get it up there eventually. So I think that's their
I
motto.
am so not touching that line at this hour of the night, John.
It's launched by ULA, unable to launch anything.
On that note,
you
I'm
say
going
that
down
out
the
loud?
hall. I'll be right back.
Say what, John?
Did you say that out loud?
Out loud and meant every dang syllable of it.
Hey, United Launch Alliance, I love the way they go straight from development to putting the rocket in the rocket garden. They don't even bother to launch the damn thing. It just goes straight into the museum.
Well, SpaceX has been doing a few of theirs that way. And we should know next week a possible launch date
For the big one.
for the big one.
The biggest rocket ever launched on Earth that we know of.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to find that video again. It's one of those little shorts to where some feminist went off about on Elon about the why do the rockets have to look so phallic? Well, one, there's a thing called aerodynamics.
And two, if it looked like a woman's private parts, it wouldn't be able to park. Did I say that out loud?
But yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
Oh, and the reason Starship has the pointed nose like it does, that was upon orders of Elon.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I saw that in what was The Dictator?
Yeah.
Where he demanded that the rocket have a pointed nose because it looks more evil.
No, the actual aerodynamics works better if it has a rounded nose instead of pointed. So, and because of that movie, that's why Elon goes, no, guys, no.
Has to have a pointed nose.
Gotta have
for those
pointed.
of you who don't know, there is a movie by what's that jacket?
Sasha Baron Bowen,
That
Cohen, or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Anyway, Sacha Baron Cohen did a movie called The Dictator, where he was making fun of Saddam Hussein and all these other Iranian dictators, and they were doing the rocket program. And he says, "Why does it have a rounded nose?" He says, "Why doesn't it have a pointed nose? It would look more evil that way." He goes, "Well, it has to do with the aerodynamics of the payload. It just depends on what you're trying to put into outer space." He says, No. It has to have a pointed nose. That way it'll look more evil.
And then they launch it without the pointed nose. Hey, Willie, what the hell is that? And he goes, that looks like a giant.
No, that's Austin Powers.
Oh, is that from Austin Powers? Okay.
The second part. The Willie joke is from
Yeah.
Austin Powers. I wonder can we play that on the show or will we get a copyright strike? You sure, Joe? You wouldn't mind me trying it, would you? Okay.
I mean, I don't want him coming back in 5 years and
Yeah.
Facebook will be dead, buried. It'll be right up there with MySpace, and
I'll still get a damn copyright.
You'll be on.
strike.
You'll be on Twitch exclusively by then,
Be on Hello Google.
I don't think the
playing Monopoly with Carrie.
You'll have your Hello Google in your palm of your hand, and they'll go, "You got a copyright strike from 5 years ago."
I don't think the world's gonna be ready for Joe Dog in a swimsuit at a hot tub.
What?
Hey, Rule 34. Okay. If it's on the internet, there's a porn version of it. Okay, that's Rule 34.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't think.
And Joe's on the internet, so
Well, when you were talking about The Dictator, naturally I'm thinking about the original movie, The Dictator, with Charlie Chaplin, which of course was the German dictator.
Right.
And then when you said Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah, which I thought somebody tried to assassinate him.
Which one?
Sasha.
Not that I'm aware of.
Salsa.
I don't think anybody cares that much. Really.
Well, he's old hat these days, but yeah.
It'd be like somebody trying to assassinate Bozo the Clown because he told a joke that didn't pan out.
Because he had really big feet.
Bozo told a lot of adult-based jokes that the adults got.
Yes, I know.
Then 20 years later, the kids got them.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Cookie.
Complained. I'm willing to bet there were even some adult jokes on Captain Kangaroo that Mr. Green Jeans slipped in. Or Mr. Moose.
Uh,
Now, Bunny Rabbit's pretty safe unless you.
Who was that other
actually
guy that
read
came in
sign
there
language.
later on?
Green Jeans.
Dennis?
Yeah, the one that was always dressed up in the painter's clothes and
Dennis.
hat.
Yeah, Dennis.
Is that Dennis?
Didn't
Okay.
Didn't Mr. Green Jeans die before the end of the run?
I am not entirely sure. Give me a second.
We got to ask Mr. Google
I
about
don't
that one.
know.
I don't think so.
I'm asking Mr. Wikipedia.
Okay, I don't think
Just
so.
for the record, Captain Kangaroo was not a real captain.
Excuse
He
me.
was a corporal.
He was
just
honorary.
as much a captain as Captain Crunch.
Well, have you heard the latest conspiracy? Captain Crunch isn't a captain. He wears admiral stripes.
Yes. So he's Admiral Crunch.
He may be a commodore.
Let me see. Hugh Branham, who played Mr. Green Jeans, died in 87.
Okay, no.
And the show ended when?
82.
I don't think it ended until like 90 something.
84 or wait, release date 35 to 84.
Oh, so he. Okay, that would explain the presence of Dennis the Painter.
Then they did a 97 reboot.
Oh dear word,
Yeah.
Kiri, what
With-
have you done?
With a different captain.
Do not share that link with Carl.
Oh no.
What?
Do not share that link with Carl.
Yeah, Carl will get to go to Facebook jail.
No, we'd lose Carl. We'd lose Carl's viewership.
Oh.
Nice banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are not pajamas on those bananas.
No.
It's a
Great
big
coconuts too.
Tell me again why I hang out with you guys.
Because you love us.
Witty
Because we're
repartee.
great influences.
Because we chained you to the chair.
Mr.
That
Green
would
Jeans
explain
was
the
a Marine in
hail
World
tale.
War II.
What?
Mr. Green Jeans was a Marine in World War II.
I remember
for
the
him.
episode when Dolly Parton was on.
Let me see. I'm curious if it's on YouTube.
It is. And it's on. I put it in every day is Saturday Facebook group. Plug. But it was one of the later ones with Bob Keeshan. Still, that other guy, when they did the reboot, he was just scary looking.
It was in 1976.
Okay.
And you see.
Yep.
She sang Three Little Fishes with Bob Kershaw. Let me see. That looks like the only one she was in. Okay, now this is just too weird.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about Daisy Duke a few minutes ago, or like an hour ago. My YouTube feed, right after Dolly Parton, it says Dukes of Hazzard wardrobe malfunction with Daisy Duke.
Didn't make it onto my TV.
Oh my God, it is a wardrobe malfunction. And I'll just leave that there. Okay. Let's see here.
You need to give that. You need to give us a link
No,
to
find it
that.
yourself.
Joe Dog.
What?
Cat toys.
Yeah. Hey, I got tired of trying to, herd the cats to get them to go out of the room. One laser pointer, boom. It's like, kill!
That's why they sell them
If
at
you own
the
pets-
self-defense store. You
if you
just
own
point a
pets,
laser
keep a
pointer at the
laser
burglar
pointer
that
handy.
breaks into your house, if you've got cats, and clean up the mess afterwards. Don't have to worry about the burglar no more.
No.
17 pounds of fixated kitty going at a laser pointer on somebody's forehead.
The funniest thing I've seen on the internet in a while, somebody was using a laser pointer to play with a lion at a zoo.
Oh, that's good.
The lion
Is it safe
freaked
to
out.
breathe now?
The lion, I mean, they're basically, a lion is just a big cat. Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope he's sleeping tonight.
He's not in the jungle, he's in the zoo. Now, if they move him back to the mighty jungle, yes, he will probably go to sleep.
Meanwhile, back at
Well, the thing is, the big fallacy of that song, cats sleep, lions sleep during the day, they hunt all night. Which means if the lion sleeps tonight, that means his family's starving.
He's going hungry.
Well, actually, the male lion would be sleeping most of the time anyway.
The females
about
do all the
20
hunting.
hours a day. The females do all the hunting, and the men basically stay around for 4 hours of fornication, which is why they have to sleep for the other 20 hours.
life goals.
If it lasts for more than 4 hours, they need to contact their local veterinarian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not calling the doctor. I'm calling the newspaper.
I ain't calling the newspaper. I'm calling for backup.
Calling the production studios.
Oh,
Calling the coroner.
Well, actually, I wouldn't be calling for backup. Donna would be calling for backup.
Yeah. You
call
yourself-
doctor?
You wind up finding yourself to be Polly all of a sudden.
You call doctor, Mr. MD. Won't you tell me what is ailing me? I say, yay, 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 yay. If y'all keep throwing song titles at me, I'm just going to keep singing all night. So
Thanks for the warning.
And all of a sudden, the viewer count
I was
goes to
thinking
zero.
of Dr. My Eyes.
No, we've actually got more viewers than we normally do.
I like Jackson Brown.
Hey, who doesn't like Jackson Brown?
Dr. My Eyes, I can't see it because Joe Dog's
Doctor.
shined a laser pointer right at it.
It's actually, isn't it a felony if you point a laser pointer device like a cat toy at an aircraft?
Yes.
If it is able to be seen by the flight crew,
Depends
yes.
on the power. Because let me show you. Here's where the problem comes in. Now imagine trying to fly a plane through that shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Actually,
light travels a long ways.
Reminds me of morning traffic on my way to work.
Let me show you this.
Most cat
flashlight I
toys,
had in
if you're
Iraq.
looking at like cruising altitude, probably not going to be the strength. Those cat toys, if they're on the ground and taking off or landing, might be an issue.
Okay. When we were in Iraq, we would find bombs on the side of the road, and they would usually plant them at night and try and catch you first thing in the morning when you came out. So we'd go out, we'd find it, and we had to wait. We'd cordon the area. We'd wait for EOD to come out with another quick reaction force. So we have to block traffic, basically. And the bad part is they don't have a lot of street lights or anything, infrastructure in Iraq like we do in the United States. At night, they are the most night blind people you've ever seen in your life. They have to drive down the highway with their high beams on or they can't see anything. It's a desert country. It's bright and sunny all the damn time.
Uh-huh.
So when night hits, they have no night vision. It's just the way it is over there. So anyway, I got this flashlight. It's pretty cool. I got it for directing traffic. There's the... Oh, wait, you can't see it. There's the green... Oh, great. It's a green light. I'm in a green screen. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Pretty good so far.
Yeah, okay. That was my green light for go. It also has a white light, which acts as a regular flashlight. Oh, it's got green and white at the same time. And there's the laser pointer built in the center of it. And the reason you would use this to flash it at the cars coming down the road is they could see the red light from the laser at an incredible distance. So they'd know something was going on up the road. And you could flash the car without giving your entire position away. Because you turn on headlights and stuff like that, they knew where you were sitting, and the guys that would put the bombs in would like try and drop mortar shells and stuff on you or snipe at you or whatever. So you didn't want to use too much light to light up the area. So you were trying to stop traffic, and that little red laser was pretty good. You flash it in the guy's eye, and he's like, 5 miles out. If you could hit the car, they'd know there's something going on. Because they were stupid. If you told them, don't go down that road, there's a bomb, they'd go, thank you, and drive down the road right over the bomb. I actually saw a guy kill his whole damn family doing that one day.
Ooh.
This is, don't go down this road, there's a bomb down here. Go way over there, go down 1 kilometer, and then cut back onto the road. You'll be fine. And I figured he'd figure it out that you go down here, take that little path down past it, come back onto the road where you see the other vehicle blocking traffic, and you'll be good. What did he do? He went down here, went down, came back up the road that was right on top of the bomb.
Yikes.
Where was this at, John?
Iraq. Little area called Tuz
okay.
Kamadu. And the idiot, it's like, what is, and we're trying to, no, go back. And he's like waving at us the whole time. And just car blew to hell. Everybody in it dead. Just like, well,
Cancel EOD.
at least we don't have to defuse that one,
No return to sender. Oh.
I just say let your family out, and you can drive on down, and we'll bring your family to you later.
Now here's another thing we used to do, and I don't know why the Iraqis would do this. There'd be a highway. There'd be a bomb. We'd stop traffic. First car would stop. Second car pulls him behind him. Third car tries to pull around him. Fourth car tries to pull around the other way. Fifth car tries to pull around that way. Eventually, you get a front of like 50 cars down in the dirt through some farmer's field trying to get around the first car that you stopped. And it's like, just stay on the road, and there's all these, and it's like you literally have to go from trying to stop this to spreading out your people. Wait a minute. To try and stop this. And
Well, maybe they were afraid to stop because that's usually when the attacks
We
hit.
stopped them anyway. They just, for some reason, they had to pull up online with the guy that we stopped the first time. And they would just, it's ridiculous. You see this big V-shaped traffic jam. And it's like, did you really think you were going to get around this guy? There were times I was tempted to just let him drive over the damn bomb. Just, hey, stop. Don't run over the bomb.
No, don't go that way.
No, don't stop. It's
Please
pull the Willy Wonka
stop.
on him.
Yeah.
No, don't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please come back.
One of the other things I liked about that flashlight has a compass in the back end of it. And it actually works.
Yeah, I salvaged the compass off of a dead refillable cigarette lighter, but that would not be able to refill. Believe me, I tried. There was just something wrong with this thing.
My grandmother had a set of binoculars for bird watching. Came in a big leather case. And right in the lid of the case, it had a compass. So you could figure out where you were going when you were out bird watching.
Mm-hmm.
Which was cool, except that she lived on the coast of the Gulf of Mexico. So, south is an ocean. North is not. I don't know how lost you can get.
Don't go east and west.
If
You
go
might wind
north,
up in Alabama.
If you go north, you hit the Biloxi's only like 2 miles north to south and like 8 miles long. Oh, it's a peninsula. Yeah.
And folks from Alabama, I apologize.
Get
It
wet,
was
you'll
just
know where you're at.
Exactly.
the first thing that popped into my head. I mean, could be worse. You could wind up in
Mississippi.
Austin, Texas, and not have tickets to Austin city limits.
I
I mean, that would be a horrible situation.
See, this news came in about 5 hours ago. I'm just now getting it. Apparently, there are 7 other floating objects in U.S. airspace right now that are being tracked.
I promise you, it is not my can of helium and aluminum foil trick from Walmart. I got too scared to do it after the last few balloons.
Mm-hmm.
I so want to start making. I've got a bunch of Mylar blankets laying around here. I so want to start making UFOs and fill in with helium. And just like put some fishing line on them, tie a little counterweight so that they stay level, and just launch them just to see what the Air Force thinks.
They think you need a dishonorable discharge, but
Yeah.
you've already got out.
Can they pull a DD
when their
314?
drones surround your house, you'll find out what they think.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
My only
officer. I
problem
was
is-
just test driving my Jupiter 2.
Where I live, they wouldn't stay in the United States for very long.
So, 4 Chinese paper lanterns, the sky lanterns, a little bit of balsa, a little bit of mylar.
You're describing what crash landed in Roswell. Do you know that?
Strangely enough, the Russians
Chinese
the Russians have been using that exact same setup to try and fool Ukrainian air defense missiles. They've been launching them with the radar reflectors so that they'll think it's a drone and try to shoot it down. And it turns out it's a balloon with aluminum foil hanging off the bottom of it.
Well, they won't
When it
launch
comes
any
down, we can
Chinese
have a
paper
barbecue.
lanterns from California.
I love what Goodyear did with their blimp at the Daytona.
Oh. Yes. Yes.
The
Yes.
Goodyear blimp was flying over Daytona, and it said, "Don't shoot."
Of course, it's Florida. That's good advice to put on anything airborne at any time, including
Had that scroll, "Made in America, Made in America."
I missed that. Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't you post it, John,
I did.
in the group? I think that's where I saw it.
Oh
I think
dear.
it was Daytona.
No, I think California is outlawing the Chinese paper balloons because of all the forest fires and everything. And some surrounding states are going to follow suit.
We actually had one come down in our front yard back many years ago.
Oh, darn
yeah,
it!
no.
The picture's a fake. Darn it! I was going to show it to Joe, and it did fly over the Daytona 500, but the little message on the side of the blimp was a fake.
Oh.
Because
Well,
I
it
do.
was honestly humorous
Oh,
whether
well.
it was real or not.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's why I hate fact checkers. That's one fact I would have liked to have lived with.
I don't have any. Sign in to OneDrive with your credentials to start syncing again. I don't have any OneDrive credentials, thank you. Y'all put it in my computer. Don't mean I have to use it.
OneDrive is one of those cloud service things so that you can post all your stuff to their drive. And
Yeah, I know, but I've got Dropbox. What do I need something from Microsoft for? I've got something that actually works.
Somebody throw Dan a lifesaver. He's sinking. You want cherry or butter rum, Dan?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
You already drank that.
No, I haven't. Don't tempt me. I might, but
All right, so a preschool teacher is handing out lifesavers to her class and trying to get them to guess the flavor. And the kids are sitting there really perplexed. They can't figure it out at all. And the teacher's trying to give them hints. And she's like, your mommy might call your daddy these sometimes. One of the little girls spits her lifesaver out, looks at the rest of the class. Quick, spit them out. They're assholes.
and the funny thing is, that's one of the non-dysfunctional families in the United States.
Hey, lifesavers.
the teacher is doing a class assignment for her class. And so she asked each child, she says, I'm going to give you a letter of the alphabet. You need to give me a word that starts with that letter. So she goes to the first girl, and she goes, Helen, I'm going to give you the letter A. She goes, apple. Says, that's right. Apple starts with A. And Johnny Rotten, sitting in the back of the classroom, goes, No. A is for asshole. How many times have I told you A is for asshole? Johnny, that's not a nice word. It says, pipe down. I will call on you later. So she goes, Roy, says, the letter is B. What is a word that starts with B? He goes, baseball. She goes, that's right. Baseball starts with B. And Johnny's like, No. B is for bastard. How many times have I told you B is for bastard? And the teacher's like, Johnny, I didn't call on you. Now, if you answer again without being called upon, you'll be in detention. So don't say anything until I call on you. And sits back. So she goes through the entire alphabet. And she finally gets to the letter W. She knows she's going to have to call on Johnny eventually. She thinks W. I can't think of anything bad that starts with W. So she goes, Johnny. Johnny pipes up. Johnny, what word starts with the letter W? Johnny goes, womb. And she goes, oh, that's a nice word. That's where babies are made. He goes, no, womb, like when elephants fuck. Womb, 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 womb.
I thought the letter was going to be C.
I don't think Joe Dog's ever going to get monetized at this point.
Hey, Dan, I have found out that
We're
you
beyond
will.
the first 15 seconds of broadcast, so we're good.
Yeah. But now where did it go? Dad damn it! I moved it and I lost it.
Good thing we're not live yet.
Well, you know,
Joe looks. What?
oh,
His
shit.
face is melting.
The winged victory of Samothrace.
Yeah. Well, we will never be monetized when the show starts with
Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it. Oh, doo-dah, day.
that absolutely guarantees we will never be monetized.
If there's a wiener on that monitor, I swear to God, Stu.
I don't know if that's a Wookiee or an Ewok.
No, they both look the same when you shave them.
People keep mistaking me for a Wookiee at the convention on Saturday.
I am so not going to touch any of those lines.
I'm in a Facebook group called eBay Thrifters, and somebody took a screenshot of somebody's listing, and it was of a Ewok Pez dispenser, and they titled the title of the listing as Chewbacca. So everybody's poking fun and like, ha ha ha, he thinks that's not Chewbacca, that's Ewok or whatever. And one guy in the comments says, what the hell does it matter whether it's Chewbacca or Ewok? Oh, come on, people, get a life. And I said, for this particular one, if you walk down the street and you saw an open bag with about $10,000 in it, are you going to pick it up or walk on by it? I mean, because that's basically the difference in that. And of course, it had feet on it, but which, of course, the ones without feet are worth more. But by the time that movie came out, they all, yeah.
That's okay. Last time I got my haircut and shave done, I met a buddy of mine for breakfast the next day. I hop out of my truck. He looks at me and goes, oh, so that's what Chewbacca's dick looks like shaved.
Yeah.
I almost got put in Facebook jail one time because one of the geeky companies that sell Star Wars and Star Trek related things, they had these jackets that looked like Wookiee fur and had a little bandolier across the front of it. And of course, I had to make up a meme talking about, a Wookiee fur jacket and that. And I was attacked by people who I think probably were in PETA and took great offense to it. And I kept waiting to go to jail on that one, but it never happened. Because the damn thing's a fictional character, people. It's like, get over it.
That's
And
I was
suddenly
on,
there was silence.
I was browsing the YouTube a little bit trying to get over my allergies today, and YouTube keeps suggesting videos of ex vice presidents making music. And I figured, I guess it's just the algorithm.
Alexa,
All right,
play death metal.
I deserve that. I fired the first shot in the pun war.
Oh, Dan, you got 30 minutes. Your show starts.
I'm already ready. All I got to do is.
Well, I just got notifications. 30 minutes for your show. That's what all the binging noise was.
Oh, okay. I won't get those notices until like Thursday afternoon next week.
Oh, Rich, you've heard the comedian tell the story, The Machine in Russia?
Bert the Machine Kreischer.
They've made a movie about it.
Yes. I saw the trailer. I want to see that so badly.
Oh, okay. That is going in a tab to be viewed later.
Here, I'll make it easy for you. Private chat.
And by the way, do you know they announced today that there's going to be a sequel to Ted Geisel's How the Grinch Stole Christmas? And it will be entitled How the Grinch Lost Christmas. It's supposed to be the sequel. So I would imagine it'd be more like a cartoon might
the Grinch decided to put Christmas back.
Did Ted write this story? Did Ted write this story? If not, the answer is it's going to suck.
I don't think he could.
I know, exactly.
Well, you know about when the sequel to Gone with the Wind came out back in the 80s. You know how far that went.
It never made it out of production, did it?
No, I had a copy of it. I actually read the damn thing. Wasted a week of my life reading Scarlet.
Margaret Mitchell wrote it, but it was hyped to be in production and all that, and everybody went, no, you don't.
I did read Harper Lee's not sequel but prequel to
To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird. It's called Go Set a Watchman.
Oh.
And Go Set a Watchman is really a good book. I highly recommend it. It's the second and last one she wrote before she died. I think she died a year later. And it's about the girl when she's grown up, Scout. Well, her and her brother both, and when they're out of high school, and it's a really, really interesting story. And there's nothing racially motivated to the degree as the first one.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It kind of goes down a different road.
Well, wasn't that Robert Duvall's first movie?
That was one he first got noticed in. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ooh. What?
I just watched the trailer.
Oh.
I'm going to have to see that movie.
Yeah.
It's actually got a plot. I didn't expect that.
well, Boo's one of the characters. Boo Radley.
No, they're talking about something completely different.
I know. I know.
Well,
Okay.
I should have bookmarked it.
The United Nations voted overwhelmingly voted to. They demand that Russia pull out of Ukraine. There are
And that's going to
I
matter
didn't know they had
to them
relations.
exactly how.
6 countries have backed Russia in opposing the declaration. It's Belarus, who is like, that's like Russia's cock ring right there.
Yeah, Russia light. Yeah.
China.
No, strange enough, China was not one of them. North Korea, Syria, which is pretty much a Russian puppet now. Eritrea, I can never pronounce that country properly, which is some little African country that, why apparently the only way they get electricity is with a Russian generator. And then Mali and Nicaragua are all backing Russia. So I guess we got a lot to be afraid of.
Cuba said, "Get the hell out."
Yeah, apparently Cuba's not backing him. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Countries who abstained: South Africa, China, and India. So, Cuba. Wait, Cuba's actually telling Russia you need to get the hell out of Ukraine? Huh.
Well, at this point in time, Cuba's probably got a better military than Russia. You're making us look bad, Conrad. Just leave.
Isn't it going to be hilarious if Cuba has to start?
You got some explaining to do.
Story tells back to Russia. Hey guys, we understand you've been having problems. Here's some tanks and artillery.
Oh, they're wind up, but you sent them to us.
Well, Russia made fun of the song Babalu, and that was it with Cuba.
Well, folks, I'm going to dip out a little bit early tonight because I got a busy day tomorrow, so I will see you guys Saturday night, most likely.
Alrighty.
Well, you heard
another 23 minutes. Come on.
You heard Cuba is the largest country in the world.
Dodge that traffic.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
You heard Cuba's one of the largest militaries and countries in the world. They got troops all over in Africa and the Middle East.
They do training.
Yeah.
They train all sorts of countries.
And the majority of their population's in Miami.
Okay, so the
John, aren't our troops scheduled to be training over there?
Over where?
In Ukraine. Ukraine.
No. We currently do not have any of our troops training there. Because that would, if we put.
No, but I mean, they're going to.
We had troops in there. Strange enough, the Tennessee Army National Guard was there right before Russia invaded.
Oh, no wonder they shoot so well.
And,
Damn great.
But after this last nuclear missile launch,
Tennessee, you're gonna hit what you shoot at. I'm sorry.
All of the U.S. troops that are doing the training are in Poland. They won't go into Ukraine. They won't go into Ukraine officially.
Yeah. But they're next door.
Dan, remember in World War One, the Germans were afraid of this sound.
That wasn't all they was afraid of. I guarantee you, there would have been a lot fewer battles if we had just learned how to record the sound of bagpipes and played it at them. Because they think somebody from Scotland's coming at them. They are going to run.
You get what I mean by that joke, don't you?
Yeah, I do indeed.
Alvin York. Had to teach them. You don't shoot. You don't shoot the lead. You don't shoot the lead turkey. They scatter. You shoot the back ones first.
shoot the back one first, and the next one back, and the next one back, and the next one back, until you finally get up to the lead one, and he doesn't realize you're going to kill all his buddies.
Guards, guards! Where did my guards go?
I'll never forget that movie. First time I was watching it. Gary Cooper sitting in the trench, and you can see the
The little German helmet kept bopping up,
and he went woo,
and the German looked at it out like, "Was that a turkey?" Bang!
Yes, it was, but not now.
yeah, it was a turkey. You see,
Yeah,
Kieran, that you've got a lot of you young kids see a black and white movie and go, "Oh God, it's a black and." Those are some of the best movies ever made.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch Sergeant York every time it came on WGN out of Chicago. There were certain ones that they would do on, anniversaries and such.
3 of my top 5 favorite movies are all black and white. And they're all made before 1945, I think.
Really?
Captain Blood, The Wolfman with Lon Chaney Jr., and the only one I'm not sure if it's before 45 or after 45 is Casablanca.
Casablanca was before 45. They, if I remember correctly, is in 40.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the original
I was gonna say, it
Wolfman
was
with
still-
Lon
the
Chaney
war
Jr.
was still
was
going on.
41, and I want to say Captain Blood was 35.
Yeah,
there were a lot of good movies made before color was introduced.
Casablanca was 42.
yeah. My top top 5 black and white movies. Number 5 would come in at probably Casablanca. Number 4 would be Psycho. Number 3, the original King Kong. Number 4 is Mighty Joe Young. I loved Mighty Joe Young.
Yes. I just watched something about that.
And my
Young
number
Frankenstein.
1, what?
Young Frankenstein.
Damn you stole my punch.
Okay, yeah, if we
Frankenstein.
count Young Frankenstein,
No, hey,
It was filmed in black and white.
well,
Let me
that
get one.
and Dead Wear Plaid would be within my top 10.
Yes, Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. That's a good one too. Another one, y'all. Red
I
River.
thought you was going to say Sin City.
Actually, that's not bad.
I was going to say Red River, of course. John Wayne. I'm trying to think what was another good black and white that everybody loved.
The
first
Thin
10
Man.
minutes of Wizard of Oz.
Errol Flynn's Robin Hood.
Yeah, I love all the Thin Man movies.
That's in a lot of people's top usually.
Mhm. I really do.
Actually,
I've got it.
anything starring
Baskervilles.
Errol Flynn was usually in people's top 10s.
Okay. I just topped the list. Okay, you're all amateurs now. Okay. The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Which version?
Well, it wasn't the 3D because that one was not.
Yeah, the original black and white.
Was
the
it
original
Franz
black and white
Lieber's
was-
Metropolis?
Ooh,
I think Metropolis was Lieber.
Yes.
Fritz Lang.
Fritz Lang.
Lane.
Seen that once.
Lang.
Fritz Lieber was a writer, and a very good one back in the day. And if anybody ever filmed his
Sarah
stuff, it would
Heiser
be.
comes in with the Oxbow incident, which is
Oh
another-
yes.
Roger Corman's Old Shop of Horrors.
Uh-huh.
let me see. I gotta think.
Damn near anything ever featured on Svengoolie. or MST3K.
Which this week it's the War of the
Oh.
Gargantuans on Spenguli.
Oh wow!
Thank you,
That's
Bill.
a
Okay.
that was that's
I loved that one because you had the green gargantuan and the orange gargantuan, so it's not black and white. But there you go.
Ate the little Japanese girl in the bikini.
It's a Wonderful Life,
not touching that line, Bill.
which is probably one of the best black and white.
Hmm.
Another good black and white movie is
Actually, the original Mr. Deeds was black and white too, wasn't it?
Yep.
And
Mr.
then,
Deeds goes to town.
that They Were Expendable.
Ah.
Let's see, Run Silent, Run Deep,
Oh, that's a
Got-
good one.
Operation
Not-
Tokyo,
Nosferatu.
In Harm's
Yes,
Way.
way back. Yeah.
Let's see, that's
Das Boot.
Run Silent, Run Deep is also a very, very good
the
book.
one. I can't remember the name of the movie. Damn it. It's the one with the veterans that come back from World War II, and the one guy is missing both his hands, and it shows them trying to adjust to life after World War II, and they're all veterans with like PTSD issues and stuff like that.
I should know that.
And I can't remember. It's a very famous movie, and I hate that I cannot remember the name of it.
I should remember that.
Something like.
Well, the movie I'm thinking of is not a black and white. It's Best Years of Our Lives with Myrna Loy.
Hang on a minute. That might be it, because that's what I was thinking.
Sarah Heiser says,
High Noon.
I knew.
John, Dan, just sort of searching around. As convention goers, we have to go for this one black and white movie.
And
Because
it is influential with a movie that came out in
Plan
the
9 from Outer
70s.
Space.
No,
What?
no.
That was a great movie.
Your
No.
minds, your stupid, stupid minds.
And it was called The Best Years of Our Lives with Myrna Loy, Dana Andrews, and I'm trying to remember the fellow that didn't have the hands, because he's
If-
kind of famous, actually.
If you're a convention
But that was
goer,
black and white.
Yes.
if you are a convention goer,
I'll be
you
done.
have quoted this movie at one time or another.
I don't know that many quotes from Seven Samurai.
The Treasure of Sierra Madre. Badges.
we
don't
don't
need
need
no
no
stinking badges.
Thinking Badger.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say the number of movies that I've
I love how
not
Mickey
quoted
Dillon
is
says
probably shorter than the movie or the list of movies that I have quoted. One of my mom's favorites, I think, was black and white. Was The Longest Day.
Yes, that was a Longest Day, which was based on the Cornelius Ryan book, which Cornelius Ryan was a flippin' genius.
Not to be confused with
speaking
The Longest
of,
Yard, which was in color.
Speaking of Humphrey Bogart movies,
Amazon Queen.
Casablanca, and of course the Maltese Falcon.
Maltese Falcon.
But there was another one, and I wish I could remember the name of it, Night Passage or something like that, where they're all French prisoners escaping from Guyana. But they wind up on this freighter that's going back to France right at the beginning of World War II. And they get attacked on the freighter. The freighter gets attacked by aircraft or a U-boat, I can't remember which, or both. But they wind up manning the guns to defend this French freighter because it says, even though we're criminals, vive la France kind of thing. And they wind up going back to France to join the military. And it's one of those Nazi war propaganda things. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Harold Russell was the guy that didn't have any hands. And in the movie Best Years of Our Lives. And strangely enough, he was
my favorite black and
he was training as a paratrooper in North Carolina when some TNT he was using exploded in his hands. So I guess he failed that training. Anyway, and
I just put one in private chat.
oh, did you?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
Yes.
That's a horrible movie.
Mein Führer, I can walk.
Oh, while we're on that subject, though, Failsafe, which was the serious version of Doctor Strangelove. Oh, how can we forget this one? Night of the Living Dead.
That is very HallowCon oriented.
How could we forget that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we run that one every night. I think that was the Saturday night midnight movie.
Well, I mean, due
the
to an
Seahawk.
accident, it is public domain, and
Mhm.
always
Hey.
will be.
Oh, Sarah
And-
got it. Oh, Sarah's got several here. What do we got? Hang on a minute.
African Wayne was in color. Thank you, Chris. I remembered that at the last.
High Noon.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Let me see.
Mhm.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, the Lon Chaney Sr. version of Phantom of the Opera.
And Mrs. Miniver.
Yes.
Arsenic and Old Lace. That's one of my favorite black and
Okay.
white comedies ever.
I was actually in that play in middle school. I played both dead bodies.
Lon Chaney
was very
Sr.
good.
I believe
was-
you're being typecast, Dan.
Yeah, I
Lon
was very
Chaney Sr.
good.
was just a master of the craft. The damage he did to his body for the craft.
Yeah,
And
there
actually,
aren't
another
any-
great movie would be The Man of a Thousand Faces, starring
Spencer Tracy.
oh crap, I can't remember his name.
Spencer
Yankee
Tracy.
Doodle Dandy. The movie about Lon Chaney Jr. with Cagney, James Cagney,
Oh,
Playing,
Cagney.
where Cagney played Lon Chaney Sr. At least I think that was the name. I think it was Man of a Thousand Faces.
Oh, hey,
That
another
was the name of the biography of Lon Chaney Sr., yes.
the movie with Humphrey Bogart where they were all trying to get back to France was Passage to Marseille. And
Oh,
another
okay.
one-
Yeah.
Another one that's pretty good that we kind of didn't think is Sahara. The one where he's Humphrey Bogart's the tank commander in North Africa. When basically the Allied forces get their butts kicked and he's having to retreat and grab anybody he can to try and save.
Sort of like Rat Patrol, but with a difference.
It was a lot like Rat Patrol.
Oh, there was another movie that's, hits close to me and John. Inherit the Wind.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's close to me too because of the character that Dick York played. The real person that he was portraying was a graduate of Danville High School in Danville,
Don't we
Illinois.
inherit the wind
And then-
anytime Joe eats Taco Bell?
And then when they go to do the live radio broadcast of the trial, you see this big microphone with a WGN logo or placard, whatever, across it.
WGN been around for quite a while.
And
Yep.
Scopes was finally pardoned from that in 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
The law was actually overturned in the 60s.
Another one that I liked, and it was one of those classic World War II,
Oh,
is Bataan, where they showed that they had to hold this bridge from the Japanese. So they're out there with a couple of machine guns, and they had the bridge set for demolition, but they were trying to hold it as long as possible. Because as long as the bridge was open, it was a target for the Japanese. And the Japanese would keep coming, trying to take the bridge. And they would be because it was a bridge over this deep river gorge, it was the only possible way they could get through the area. So the idea was, as long as they could keep the Japanese in that area, they wouldn't go around and chase down the Americans who were trying to evacuate. Which it's one of those movies where the guy dies behind the machine gun trying to shoot all these Japanese.
Did anyone mention the man who shot Liberty
My
Valance?
favorite.
Oh, that is a good one. Man,
I was just about to. That's my favorite black and white Western.
Sorry, Bill, didn't mean to sweep the leg.
You've also got,
no, that's okay.
That's all right. John already got me too.
What?
One thing we've been forgetting. You're mentioning Humphrey
Like
Bogart, and I think you only mentioned maybe one. But all the gangster movies, White Heat, The Roaring 20s, I mean, Angels with Dirty Faces. I mean, those, and that's something else that was shown regularly on WGN, usually on their late show or something. And then on Valentine's Day, they would show the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, of course, which was in color because that was filmed in 67, I think.
She's tired of typing.
Go on.
Jason Robards, George Siegel.
Yeah, Dawn jumps in here right as it's time for.
That's all right.
I came on for two things. One was To Kill a Mockingbird.
We talked about that.
We
earlier.
mentioned that.
We talked about it, but it wasn't for black and white. And yes, the TV literally rickrolled me, and it was on its own.
And you deserved it for picking on me. Karma has
Everybody
its
gotta
way.
have a hobby.
Literally, everybody went to bed. I turned it on MTV Classics. I'm like, oh, yuck, House of Pop. And so I turned it to another channel, and before the other channel came, all of a sudden I heard it. I'm like, what? But then I had to go back, and I'm like, oh, hell. Yeah, there it is.
Mrs. Karma got you.
So I had to share it with everybody else.
And Carl, that's basically
would
what
watch,
usually happens. That's usually whatever happens every time I leave my bedroom.
We mentioned all the Universal monster movies tonight, all the black and white ones, and I would watch Creature Features on WGN on Friday nights.
And
which
there's a lot of those on YouTube right now.
They
The original Invasion
all
of the
the
Body Snatchers.
the intro for Creatures Features was totally all of the black and white Universal monster movies, and it had the song "Experiment in Terror" by.
We gotta say goodnight, everybody.
Oh, help me out here!
Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, everybody. We're done.
Good night.
See y'all. See y'all
Bye,
later.
Don. Bye, Don.
Hi, bye.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space. Put out my hand and touched the face of God.
Good night, everybody.